Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a review of the Doctor Who The Sensorites 3-pack finally on the YouTube channel. I don't actually know off the top of my head what date it is of this recording, so that's fun. I know what day, the date is the issue. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, there's 3 characters in this one. Spoiler alert, retailing at £20 or $19.99, and first off you have Hartnell, Bill Hartnell. In terms of the trousers, they are sort of dark red or dark brown with red lines and that, and then you've also got the sort of white hair with the wash, the greyish wash over it, and that, and then you've got that. So like, yeah, that's those two are the major differences I think with my original Hartnell, as well as maybe the cravat being a dark blue. On the other one it might have been different. This one unfortunately doesn't include a walking stick. However, if you have got another Hartnell figure laying around, hopefully he will have the walking stick. It's your standard sort of articulation for a 5-inch Doctor Who figure, you know. Fairly box standard in that sense. You know, the arms can go full 360, the head can turn side to side, but not full 360 or much. The legs can go out, in at the knees, no feet articulation and no sort of articulation that much at the side, because the jacket obviously hinders that. So that was Hartnell, Bill Hartnell. And then I think this one's the Sensorite Elder, I could be wrong. But this one's the one with the with the black sash and 2 sashes, more importantly I suppose, and that basically means that he is, I think, an elder. I haven't seen the story if you couldn't tell already. He's got a lovely beard, white beard, and this device that they use to, I think, burn the lock off from the TARDIS, which is really cool. And that for a 1964 episode in black and white, it was quite ahead of its time in so much as, spoiler alert for the episode, but the bait and switch is that these guys aren't actually bad. And that, which I know is pretty commonplace for New Who, New Doctor Who, the revival, but back then that would have been unprecedented, you know. They'd have only really ever encountered the Daleks or history and historical baddies and stuff. And that's you've got this just sort of standard sort of boiler suit, blue boiler suit sort of thing, and you've also got like this white, this sort of zip at the back, which is pretty cool. I love the feet because the feet are just sort of ridiculously silly, with them being like flat feet. Like blue tack almost, like they've been blue tacked to the floor or something, as you can imagine, because originally this was like cloth material. It made it very difficult for the actors to actually move in this, and that the head is really good for again a sort of black and white 60s baddie, or sort of alien even. And apparently they Ood cousins of the Sensorites, species-wise, which is a really cool nod back to the Sensorites, I think, from Russell. Articulation is a bit more advanced on this one. His arms can go out to the sides, and his legs obviously can fully go out, and then in at the knees, and I think there might even be some foot articulation, I think, or maybe not, but who cares when it's like super easy to stand him upright, and that. And the head can move a little bit, but it's somewhat limited by the beard, unfortunately. It's limited by that. You can have a variety, from what I understand. Al Juar said in the most recent bandm video he did from Character Options, you can have a variety of Sensorites because you can change the sash, or boil and pop method, use the boil and pop method to get rid of the sash, and then sort of keep it on one side and then the other, or whatever, or just get rid of one and then give it to the other one, and then he can have one, he can have two, or one, or whatever, as well, and then one of them can have two. I don't know, something like that. This one doesn't have lots of things on the side either, I've just realised, on his arm, whereas this guy does. I don't know if that's important. For some reason he has like 3 of these black markings on the side of his arm. For some reason, I'm not sure why. His beard looks very different. It looks more like sort of dark brownish sort of colour with like a dark brown wash over it, whereas his looks more like Hartnell's hair but on his beard, which is really weird and kind of funny to me. I love the scuffed up marks and the subtle details of like scuffed up marks of like dirt and crap like that on the bottom of these guys. It's just, they're so funny looking and ridiculous looking that I really do like them. I don't even know if I've got them holding the weapons the right way around, but still, it's a must-have for anyone who's a massive fan of the Hartnell era. And we finally got characters that aren't just, you know, Daleks or Cybermen, because they are the most iconic baddies from the 60s, specifically the Hartnell era, 60s era, because other than them, I think the sensorites and the Vord might be the only other alien species they encounter. I think, I could be wrong, but obviously the Vord and the sensorites aren't S tier, you know, when it comes to baddies. You know, the sensorites and the Vord have never come back in modern Doctor Who. They might have come back in spin-off stuff like books or comics or Big Finish, but yeah, as I said, the main series, not so much. But yeah, I'd give this set a well-earned sort of 7 out of 10, 7, 8 out of 10. It's a good set. I do wish they had the walking stick, and I do wish maybe it came with something else. I don't know. It's just maybe the fact that I've been waiting for this so long that, I don't know, my enthusiasm's kind of gone up and down a lot. But I don't know, again, it's kind of weird because they're not really iconic monsters or baddies, but they also kind of are because of the age of them, if that makes sense, because 1964 is literally like the year after Doctor Who was made, so it's like 2 years and that into Doctor Who's been made, and these guys are actually here, like in plastic, as like a toy for kids and all collectors like nut jobs like me. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please do comment, rate and subscribe.